Welcome back to another installment of the Super Handy live stream. I'm your host for today, maybe the next day, and maybe the next day. Who knows in this world we live in of uncertainty. One thing is for certain, I'm going to try to give you guys the best deals possible on all of our Super Handy products. And that starts with the fact that Amazon gave us the privilege of being their deal of the day on Monday, April 11th, all day, 24 hours. And I bet you're wondering, what's the deal on? What are we gonna get? I'm gonna tell you, it's one of our best products we've ever put out, which is the Super Handy mobility scooter we call the Passport. Why do we call it the Passport? Because you can take it literally anywhere. I'll get into the nitty gritty of the specs here in a second, but just know one of the craziest things about this scooter is that you can travel on it, or with it, I should say. You can travel on it too, maybe not fly in the air, but ride around. You can take this thing on airplanes with you to wherever you want, cross country, across the world, intergalactic travel. You can take it on it because that's what it's able to do. I'll get more into it. But again, I can't stress this to you guys enough to add it to your carts right now so that when the Amazon deal drops, you'll be the first to be notified and you can scoop it up before they're all gone. And I think right now we only have 100 or so left in stock, and that's at the normal price. So I can't imagine when the prices are slashed to the absolute bone on Monday the 11th that they're going to last very long. So make sure you're on top of it. Also, go ahead and follow us on GreatCircleUs. That's every social media platform. You can find us there. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us on TikTok if you want to see more of our behind-the-scene hijinks and have a little bit more fun with you guys with the products. Did I say social media US? I'm sorry. I meant GreatCircleUs. That's our handle on every social media. Hopefully I got that right now. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. YouTube is great for how-tos and guides and a little bit more professional behind-the-scenes stuff for all of our brands that we carry. Stay tuned on our Instagram because we have deals going on all the time. One that is actually live right now is a giveaway for the scooter. And all you have to do are 3 things. Follow our account, tag someone in the comments of that post, and share it to your story and mention us so that we can see your entry and add you in to the giveaway. The winner will be announced next Monday, the 11th, the same day that these scooters are the deal of the day. Okay, so not only are we giving you crazy discounts, but we're also giving away a scooter. Okay, everything is free. All you have to do is show up. That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that about 150 more times during this live stream. And just to make sure that you guys are fully aware and fully take advantage of this deal. With that being said, I think we should go ahead and jump on into the meat and potatoes of the live stream. I want to give a shout out to our main producer who's behind the camera. His name is Ozzy. Ozzy, give the people a shout out.
Hello, everyone.
He is stoked, and how could you not be with all the cool stuff we're going to be covering today? Let's move in. So, the first thing I want to talk about, which is actually the main thing that I was talking about, is this scooter. I'm going to roll through this really quick because we do have a bunch of other really great Super Handy products that we need to cover. Seasonal products that you should get before the season's over. Let's go ahead and get into this scooter real quick. So you'll notice on this first image of the Amazon listing page is that there's 2 versions. Technically the same version, but they can it's foldable, guys, basically. This is what it looks like when it's fully assembled. Over here on the left is what it looks like when everything's folded and compact, ready for you to be put in the back of your trunk. Super easy. Right here, it's lightweight, only 26 pounds. How do we do this? Because the frame, the wheels are all made of aircraft aluminum, high strength aluminum. So it's not gonna bend on you, and it's gonna be the lightest scooter on the market. I can guarantee you that. We're actually one of the lowest priced scooters on the market, and that's because we went bare bones with this, but we kept the essentials that we know you guys need. I'll cover that as we go through here but super lightweight, super compact. You can put it in the back of a sedan, an SUV, your truck, a golf cart, a RC car. It folds up that small, and I guarantee that's going to be a super handy feature that you're going to want to look at. When you're riding around in this super handy Passport, you're going to want to be comfortable. And we know that. We get that. That's why we have fully padded faux leather seats, super comfortable, super plush. You can ride on it for hours at a time, not feel any fatigue. You also have the detachable storage bag, so you can put any groceries, electronics, a child. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can because the bag is so big. We have that for you in case you need to store anything inside of it. And not only that, but the scooter is adjustable to your liking. I'm a taller dude, so I like to make sure everything's adjusted to my size. So with these handlebars, you can adjust it up to 10 inches up or down. So that's perfect. I like to have mine up chopper style. If you're a little bit shorter, arms are a little bit smaller, you can go ahead and have it lower so it puts less strain on your wrist and forearms. Works perfect for you. The seat is also adjustable. It has 3 holes in the pole where you can adjust. I like to do the bottom one because it makes the seat a little bit higher. Takes my legs a little bit further away from these foot pegs right here that are also collapsible, right? We thought of everything that are collapsible. But again, if you're on the shorter side of things, I would recommend going to that top hole so the seat is brought down lower and your feet are closer to the pegs, resulting in a much more comfortable ride, right? And you can adjust that seat 19.5 to 22 inches. That's give or take 3 inches. And again, it's all predetermined by those holes on the seat pole. This scooter can comfortably seat heights from 5 foot tall to 6 foot 3 inches, and that is a fact. Okay. In fact, Ozzy, I have a video that we made showing you guys how to assemble a scooter, and I think we'll roll that right now. Right on. So it was really that simple. Like I said in the video, it probably takes 30 to 45 seconds at the most if you're being gentle with everything to set it up. That video took me about 1.5 minutes or so, and that was me going through everything in detail so you guys can understand it at the ground level. You can assemble, disassemble, fold it, unfold it, all within a matter of under a minute. I was going to say minutes, but that would be a lie. You can do it in under a minute for sure. Now, all the power comes from one wheel. Sounds kind of weird, I know. We like to call it rear wheel drive because it's in fact it is in the back, right? But let's get a close up of this wheel right there up on the top left. You can see that electric motor hub controls your braking and all your throttle needs. It's on the right side of the scooter, and I promise you there is no shortage of power or braking pressure shorted with this motor system because you can go 3.5 miles an hour. That's pretty reasonable speeds, especially if you're inside. That's not too bad. You can scoot around anywhere you want. You can go 6.5 miles on a single charge. That's a single battery, right? So with this scooter, you can see right under the seat there, we give you a spot to put a spare battery. You can carry 2 batteries on you at all times. One right there directly in your power chamber and one right under there under your seat. So when you run out, you can just plug the new one back in and keep going for a total of up to 12 miles. That's crazy. Now I will say up to 12 miles is about accurate because if you're getting on it pretty hard, full throttle all the time, maybe going up some steep slopes, that battery is going to be stressed out a little bit more than usual. So just keep in mind that how you ride it also can affect how long you can ride it, how long that battery lasts. But usually you can get up to 6 miles per battery, which is insane. If you're going to theme parks, you're going to car shows, you're going to graduations, you want to do a Forrest Gump and go cross country, you can do that as long as the country is only 11 miles away. And all the controls are right at your fingertips, so you never lose control of the scooter when you're in operation of it. On the right hand side handlebar, you have the thumb throttle, which is linear, so as much power as you want to give it is as much as it's going to get you, right? You can give it 100%, you can give it 50, 25, or 0. Anywhere in between, it's all up to you, so you're in complete control. On that same handlebar, you have the battery LED indicator, which basically lets you know how much charge is left in the battery, so you know when it's time to swap batteries. Moving on to the left handle, you have your on-off switch to activate the scooter, and you also have your drive functions to forward or reverse. Right behind the handlebar right there is the brake that also has a parking brake on it. So all you have to do is pull the lever down. There's a little clip up at the top. You can just hit it with your index finger, lock it in place, and now the scooter will not go anywhere. It's acting pretty much as a parking brake. Super handy. The rubber tires are not full of air. You'd be hard pressed to believe that, I know, but we wanted to eliminate any chance of having a flat tire when you're out on the go, or any flat spots for that matter, right? Flat spots, or say you're going down a hill and the tire locks up and it grinds against the concrete, creates that flat spot on the tire. So now every time you roll, you hear a that will not happen with these tires right here, because the rubber compound is hard enough for it not to flat spot, but also smooth enough to grip onto any surface. We used it on polished concrete, and it did just fine. No sliding around, no anything. In that polished concrete, we were indoors at a shopping market. You know, at shopping markets where the aisles are super compact, tight, you have a kid over here, you have someone else's shopping cart right there, you have stuff. You need to get around all that stuff. You need to get in between it, but you can't, because you're in a big, bulky scooter that takes 3 miles in a radius to turn around 180. Well, not anymore. With the scooter, you can do a complete 180 in only 31 inches. I would even say less if you're really leaning into it, right? You can go around a quarter touching all the edges and still have room to spare. You can get around tight spaces is basically what I'm saying, guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next image here, where we're talking about batteries. 48-volt batteries, rechargeable, right? So you don't have to buy 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batteries when one runs out. You can, if you want extra, just lying around the house, in your car, in your purse. You can do that, totally fine, but you don't need to, because you can recharge these things in an hour, and they'll give you about 6 miles per charge. And I mentioned that you can travel with these, and you can. That's a fact. We thought of everything with this Passport scooter. Most times scooters don't get let on airplanes because of the certain specifications in that battery. You can't go over a certain spec. Well, we're right under that, which means they'll pass TSA every single time. So if you want to take that vacation to Cabo, feel free, tag us in the pictures with your Passport out on the beach. We'd love to see it. And this is just really driving the point home. The Passport is called Passport for a reason, because you can take it anywhere. And guys, it's going to be Amazon's deal of the day on Monday the 11th. That's next week. What better way to fight off those Monday blues than to start off with a crazy discount? I don't even know what the discount's going to be yet, but I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be, we're talking hundreds off. You know what I mean? So you're not going to want to miss it. Add it to your cart right now so that when the deal drops, you'll be the first one to be notified and you can take advantage of it. Along with the scooter, we also have the 48 volt battery. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting so excited. 48-volt battery that will also be on deal today. It goes for $120 right now, but again, I'm talking about tens of dollars off the battery, so you can get the scooter and extra batteries to keep going where you want. One of the great things about this battery is the fact that it can be used universally throughout most of our super handy products. I have this air compressor right here. If it's perfectly on it, this air compressor actually takes 2 batteries. This air compressor is sick. I'm sure we'll cover it in later live streams. But here is a quick graphic of showing you all the things it can be fit in. The 48-volt battery can fit in our fogger collection, our earth auger, our winch, electric winch, our electric wheelbarrow, our electric tiller, among many other different products. This is only scratching the surface. So when you get with Super Handy, you're getting in it for the long haul. We want to make sure your investment goes a long way. And these batteries are very compact, only 5 inches long, 2 inches tall, and 3 3/4 inches wide. Very compact, very sleek. I don't have one on the table with me right here, but I'm sure we'll get one pretty soon. Feel free to use these out in the rain. I wouldn't recommend leaving them out there, but if they get a little wet, not a big deal. Totally fine. Again, with most things that involve batteries, we have the indicators for you so you know when the battery's about to die. Very handy, very useful, and it's not that hard to get the battery out. In fact, it's easy to get it out. All you have to do is depress the little latch right on the front, and it comes right out of wherever you have the battery installed. So again, that battery and this scooter will be crazy discounted Monday the 11th of next week. And I want to tell you guys, follow us on Instagram, GreatCircleUs. All right, look us up with that because we're giving away one of these scooters on the very same day we're having deal of the day, Monday 11th. We're announcing the winner at 4 p.m. PST. All you have to do, 3 things. So very simple, 3 things. Follow us. Comment on the post and tag a friend. Share it to your story. Make sure to mention us so that we can count your entry to the giveaway. We'll be announcing the giveaway on the Instagram. We'll also be going live that day. We have something really cool planned for the live stream on Monday of next week. So stick around for that and make sure you're there so you don't miss out. All right, I'm gonna hold off on the super handy scooter for now. I don't want you guys to get sick of it, right? Because we love it around here. So I'll move on to another 4-wheeled product, and that's the super handy manual wagon. Really great if you want to go to the beach, you're going camping, you just have stuff to haul around and you don't want to carry it. This is perfect. It's perfectly powder coated, made of an all steel frame. Look, we even have some quick guides for you, and you'll see on our listing images on Amazon that we usually have something like this that kind of points out all the features, gives you a little brief description about it, so that you can make the most informed purchase decision when buying this item. Like I said, if the 6 cubic feet of space is not enough for you, we hear you. Go ahead and detach the sides, and now it turns into a flatbed. You can load lumber, you can load bricks, you can load anything you want that needs more space onto the cart, and you can load up to 400 pounds of it. 400 pounds of feathers is the same as 400 pounds of bricks. Whatever it is, 400 pounds you can put on this cart. Nothing more. I would say nothing less, but you can put less, obviously. Nothing more. 4 wheels for ultra stability when you're going through the sand, and the tires are 10-inch all-terrain. These ones are air-filled, counter to the solid ones of our Passport scooter, but these ones are meant to be air-filled because you can lower the air pressure inside the tire. If you're going on more, you need more grip on terrain, so you can lower the air pressure and then fill it right back up and you're back on smooth land. A really cool feature we'd like you guys to check out always when we're on our listings is to check out the 360 spinning images. It's very interactive. You can get a good look, 360 degrees all around the product to make sure it's exactly what you want. If it's not, that's cool, but we try to give you the most in-hand experience, in-person shopping experience, I should say, that we can possibly provide to you. If you go down below on the listing image, you just have A+, gives you more information, whatnot. You also have the same information right here in these bullet points that you never miss out on the things you need to know. Now this is cool, but you know what's better? Not working that hard. When you're pushing this thing through the sand, you're struggling, you're pushing, you're getting sweaty. Not fun. You're trying to go to the beach, enjoy yourself. Well, we have one that is electric. It does all the hard work for you. Now this one is a lead acid battery, similar to the ones you'll see in your car, in your daily vehicle, and it's able to be recharged, right? We provide you with the charger. All you have to do is plug it into an outlet at your home, anything that provides 120 volts, and in about an hour or so, you'll have a fully charged battery ready to go and work again. Speaking of work, this has a 70-degree tilt cargo bed. If you're unloading soil, rocks, sand, anything like that, and it needs to be scooped out or picked out, makes it so much easier when you can just dump it all out right onto your unloading spot without having to break your back. It's perfect. Now this one actually can hold a little bit more capacity, 100 pounds more than the manual Wagon. We're at 500 right here as opposed to 400 on the manual Wagon. So this thing is beefed up all the way around, and the tires did not get neglected with that. These are 13-inch opposed to the 10-inch on the manual Wagon. Also, if you notice, we have a bit deeper tread on these tires, so you can dig into those softer terrains more easily and get the grip you need to pull out of any sticky situations. Just like our Passport scooter, all the controls are on the handlebars. Thumb throttle, the same as the scooter. LED indicators, same as the scooter, so you know when it's time to recharge, and you go about 3 miles an hour in forward, and in reverse about 2 miles an hour. Super safe speeds. You don't want to be speed racer moving around with 400 pounds of bricks. That will not be safe for anyone. You can use this in tight spaces. We're all about getting around where you need to. On the back of this manual, or sorry, not the manual Wagon, the electric Wagon, you have a 360-degree swivel wheel. Now this one's not powered. It's all being driven by the 2 front tires. So this one is really just to help you get around any tight spaces you need to get, right? So this is on Prime for $870. Get it now, you'll have it by next week. You don't like lead acid batteries, we have lithium ion for you. This is where the really cool factor of having a universal battery comes into play. I was talking about the 48-volt batteries that can fit in a bunch of our products. Well, this is just another one. This one can hold 2 48-volt batteries. In fact, I think it even has room to hold one of our 4-amp 48 batteries that you can get separately. So you can just switch off to the other one when your primary dies, and you don't have to stop working. Those are rechargeable. And this one actually has a 500-pound load rate and a 1,000-pound hauling capacity. Don't ask me how that works because I have no idea. All I know is that sounds like a fantastic feature. To me, you get 2 to 5 hours of heavy use. Now, it really does depend if you're carrying 500 pounds constantly throughout that entire battery cycle. It's going to wear out a little bit more, but if you're carrying less weight than that, it's probably going to last more to the 4 to 5 hour range. Just keep that in mind. All the controls are at your hand, 6 cubic feet of storage in there, and not to mention, look how sick this electric Wagon looks. Powder-coated black frame, all steel frame with the removable mesh sides, and the signature SuperHandy orange on the wheels. It doesn't get any better looking than that. I promise you. I've tried looking around. Everything else looks kind of, I mean, what is this? What is that? Not a fan of it. That looks super clean. You'll be the envy of your job site or of your neighbors when they see you hauling around all the sweet tools to your landscaping adventures. Hey, we got someone in the chat. What's going on? Yeah, Tanya, that's this Wagon is really good. I can see it being used for people who have cattle or big ranches and farms. They can move around a bunch of feed, a bunch of hay. It's perfect for them homesteaders. It's also perfect for people who have businesses in construction or commercial uses, right? Anything you are a part of that has stuff that needs to be moved, and a lot of it, this is a really good option to choose from. I'm glad you think it's a cool product. I do too. Get you that backyard so you can get one of these SuperHandy Wagons. What was that? And don't forget, Tanya, if you like what you're seeing, please consider following us. Not only here on Amazon Live, because we are trying to get to 2,000 followers. At 2,000 followers, we're probably going to do something really crazy for you. So tell your friends, share, and make sure they follow us. Also, Tanya, we have a scooter, our Passport scooter. Let me throw it up on the screen for you. That's going to be given away on our Instagram. Follow us on GreatCircleUs. US on our Instagram. Do 3 things for me. Follow us, tag someone in the comment, and share it to your story with a mention of us so we can count your entry. The winner will be announced next Monday on the 11th. Okay? So please consider joining the Super Handy family. We would love to see you. You don't have Instagram. It's 2022, Tanya. Come on. How about this? How about you just make an Instagram to enter the giveaway? Not too bad, right? There's no harm in it, right? Oh, she said no. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. I'm not going to push you. But just know you're missing out on a really cool opportunity to win a scooter giveaway. Okay? So I'm going to let you mull around with that in your head. If it's worth it to you to make an Instagram, more power to you. If you don't want to, respect it. It's all good. We're going to go ahead and keep going on with this tiller here. This tiller, if I recall correctly, takes our 20-volt batteries. And I did mention that we have 48 volts. This is our 20 volt. We have 2 different batteries because they both have 2 different purposes. Usually you'll find our 20 volt batteries in all of our garden products that I'll get to here shortly. And this is one of them that takes that. We carry the 20 volts in 2 amp and 4 amp, just like the 48 volts. So you have options to play with. Now, planting really did just get easier with a tilling width of 14 inches, tilling depth of 4 to 7 inches. Pay attention to that because we're going to cover some more tiller products here from Super Handy, and those are going to be some specs to keep note of as they change as we go. As you go tilling into your garden soil, you're not going to get any kickback to your face, to your knees, to your ankles. You don't want your ankles to get all busted up when you go to the barbecue or the backyard pool kickback during summer, right? That's not going to look good. So we have a mud shield protector that's mounted onto the tiller to avoid any kickback debris from getting on you. And again, it's electric powered, so it's low noise, low effort, low maintenance. Almost no maintenance, I would say, right? 4 high quality tiller times the speed. Keep note of that 4 number, right? Because that's going to increase as we go with these tillers. Okay, so make note of that. All steel, so they're not going to rust, chip, bend, or break. I will say do not use it in very hard, compact dirt with rocks inside. I think anybody who's trying to get you to get a tiller would recommend that. No tiller is going to stand up to that. I put my money on it. And with 180 RPM time speed, you can pretty much get through most soil, right? If your soil is a little bit older, I would recommend watering up to loosen it up a little bit. And then go ahead and go over it with the tiller, the 7-inch tiller blades. We'll go ahead and get you squared away. You have full control of the tiller. You can command the adjustment of the wheels that also affect how deep you want to go with your tilling depth. Again, I believe you can go down to 4 to 7 inches, all depending on how you want to adjust those wheels. And we want to make sure when you're tilling, you're super comfortable. Nothing foreign on how to control this tiller. It's just like a lawnmower. All you have to do is engage with the lever right on the handlebar. That's covered with a foam pad to reduce vibration and all that nastiness that you feel in your hands after a couple minutes of working. And it's only 24 pounds. So you can move it around in the soil with no problem. If you want more information, feel free to read these bullet points or scroll down to our A+ page down here. Has some more stuff for you. Let's move on to another tiller, which is the mini gas tiller. Perfect if you have a small garden in your backyard that you're prepping. You want to put some flowers, you want to put some herbs, some tomato plants. It's perfect for you. You get a tilling depth of 10 inches and a tilling width of 10 inches. So basically a square area of room to mess with here. Again, you have 4 high quality tiller tines of steel. Full control. This one's a little bit heavier because it is gas and you have to account for the extra fluids, the oil, and the gas that go along with it, along with the all steel metal, I should say. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if it's steel, but the all metal construction of the engine and all the metal adjustment pieces right here that will add some weight, but that's not necessarily a bad thing as it does help you dig into the soil a little bit easier without you having to manually apply pressure. You get 3 horsepower on this 2-stroke engine, so make sure you mix that fuel with that oil correctly so you can have a properly functioning tiller. This one does have an increase of tine speed with 256 RPM, and that's pretty much thanks to the engine, right? You get a little bit more torque, you get more speed. The 2-stroke goes crazy, better than a 4-stroke most times because it's lighter, right? And you have these handlebars right here where all the control is at your fingertips and you are in full control the entire time. Extend the adjustment of the wheels so you can modify how deep you want to go into the soil. We make this product so that you can use it how you want to and do what's best for you in your application. We'll move on to the Mac Daddy of tillers on the SuperHandy line, which is the 4-stroke, 2.5 horsepower, let's just call it 3 horsepower, gas power tiller. And check this out. I told you to make mention, take note of how many blades are on the previous 2 tillers. Well, guess what? We doubled up on this tiller right here with 8 total tiller tines made of all steel, powder coated. You get to cover more surface area with all 8 blades. Now, I mean, look at that. You jump up to 21 inches of tilling width. It's crazy. And your tilling depth goes even bigger with 7 to 11 inches. With the past 2 tillers, 7 inches was the max. We bumped that up about 4 inches to 11. So if you want to get those roots down a little bit deeper, consider getting one of these, because not only can you get a little deeper, you can do everything a little bit quicker because you have to make less passes with the 4 extra blades on each side. And this is a 4-stroke engine. So just make sure you're on top of maintenance with oil and gas, and this thing will last a lifetime. Thanks to our friends at AlphaWorks for supplying one of their engines for us to use. All right, guys, I'm gonna go back to the scooter right here, and I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be the deal of the day. Next Monday, the 11th, all day for 24 hours. Take advantage of it while you can. These things are selling out crazy at the price they normally are, which is $830 at the moment. And it's on Prime, so you can get it in a couple days. When these things hit their discount price, I'm talking about hundreds of dollars off. That's not a lie. Hundreds of dollars off this scooter. You're going to want to take full advantage of it because they're going to be gone. Add it to your cart right now so that when the deal drops, you'll be notified first thing come Monday morning. Now, another crazy thing is we're also giving away this scooter on our Instagram. Up at the top, we have our handle, GreatCircleUs.com. Just do 3 things for me. Follow us, tag someone in the comments, share it to your story, and mention us so we can count your entry into the giveaway that will be announced that very same Monday at 4 p.m. EST, Pacific Standard Time. For all you folks who are not on our time zone. So we covered the tilling, covered the plant beds, we covered all that. Now we want to take care of your lawn. We have a string trimmer that will do just the thing. Another engine powered by AlphaWorks. This is their horizontal engine, right? So instead of the shaft sticking out horizontally, it's actually sticking down vertically. So I might have called it the wrong thing. This might be the vertical AlphaWorks engine. Can't blame me. There's a lot of cool features going on with these products. Sometimes they all get muddled up together. One thing that does not get muddled up together is the fact that this has a 21-inch cutting swath diameter, right? And it stays at that same diameter because it has a blade on the edge of the construction here. So that if the automatic feed spool gives you too much, it gives you 22 inches instead of 21, cuts off, and you get a consistent 21-inch cut so that your lawn looks uniform on every pass. The entire build is made of steel and it's protected by the powder coat with the signature SuperHandy orange. And just like all of our products, we want to make sure that you're comfortable while you're using it. You get the foam pad and the handy, super easy to move lever These 13.5-inch wheels are never flat and they can go over any terrain you want. And I'm going to assume that you're going to be using it for off-road, in off-road situations, I should say. So these are going to help you get over rocks, over big dirt piles, all that stuff. Exciter speed of 5,500 VPM is going to slice through those grass blades like they weren't even there to begin with. Okay? Go ahead and cop one of these. They're perfect for the summertime. Now, if you think that's a little bit too big, I understand. I get it. Have an electric 2-in-1. Yeah, 2 for 1. I said that right. Electric 2-in-1 mower and edger tool string trimmer. Now, this is more of the standard design you'll see with string trimmers. Just like that, you have a 10-inch, for all intents and purposes, cutting diameter to cut down the grass. Now flip it. You have this button right here that you depress and it tilts 90 degrees and you have yourself a grass edger. If you ever wanted to make your neighbors jealous and you were wondering how to do it, I'm giving you the roadmap right here. This is the thing you want to do. You will be the envy of your block when you get the SuperHandy lawn care tools. I guarantee you that your neighbors are going to be wishing they were you. And I wouldn't say to keep it a secret, right? I would tell them to look up SuperHandy so that they can join in on the fun. At that point, you'll be so ahead of the game. You will be the standard. This trimmer has an automatic feed tool, so you don't have to pull out the string, measure it to the length you want. It does it all for you, right? I said you get 10 inches in diameter, and it stays that way because we have a little blade right here that makes sure it stays at 10 inches. If for some reason the automatic feed spool gives you 11, fine. In the next rotation, you're back at 10 so that your garden and lawn is all uniform with every pass. Now, we gave you a little bit more stability. The trigger is on the orange part you see right there, and you can use one hand if you're down with that, if you wanted to use just that. But if you want more stability, we have the D handle right there on the pole, so you can get down into the areas with a little bit more precise grip. And it's only 6 pounds. It's super lightweight. Did I mention yet that this is extendable? I don't think I did. I don't even know how far you can extend this thing. Let me see. 12.5 inches. That's a foot of extension or retraction. So if you need to get up to a taller bush or you need to get further down low to a place you can't normally reach, this is perfect for that. So I'm telling you guys, get this. You'll be the talk of the town. Not only will you be the talk of the town, but with this one simple 20-volt battery, you have access to power all of these other products. Our snow shovel, our SuperHandy disinfectant fogger, our hedge trimmer that we're going to be covering right now, our mini chainsaw, among much, much more. Okay, so we want to make sure your dollar goes the furthest it can. Talking about these hedge trimmers, this is our electric corded version. We have a battery version, which is this one right here, but this one is good if you do not want to run out of power or worry about having to recharge batteries. You have a safety switch there. You have a hand guard. We'll cover actually right now. Why don't we? This one is a 20-inch blade. So this is the longest trimmer we have in our collection. You have the blade guard so that you don't get any kickback onto your knuckles. That won't look good when you're out there grilling this season, flipping burgers, and people are looking at you with cuts and lacerations in your hand. We want to make sure you're looking good at the parties and your bushes are looking just as good, right? Okay. And we have a safety switch feature here, which I'll go ahead and demonstrate on this product. So you may notice that you have one trigger right here where your right hand or your most dominant hand would go. And you're noticing that I'm pressing it, but it's not activating, right? The blades are not oscillating. Or when I go to this trigger right here, press it alone, it doesn't activate. It only starts when you have both hands pressing both triggers, and that's to make sure that all of your limbs are out of the way when this thing starts rocking and rolling. We don't want any injuries or damages to be happening while you're just trying to make your lawn look good and make your neighbors jealous of you, right? So make sure you're taking extra precautions. We're ahead of the game there, and we just want to make sure you guys are safe. Moving on here, this is going for only $60. and it's on Prime. You can get it by the end of the week or at the beginning of next week. Talk about the brother to this one, the portable brother. This brother likes to go around the block and move. He likes to travel. He doesn't like to be held down by wires. No, he does not. That's why he travels around with the 20-volt rechargeable battery. It can also take the 4 amp if you want to be stronger, faster, and last a little bit longer. Works just perfect. And again, you can use this battery in a host of our other super handy products. I will say with this trimmer, there is a trade-off to having that cool portability feature, and that's the fact that this trimmer is 17 inches in the length, but really what it lacks in size, it makes up for in power. Know what I mean? You get half an inch cutting diameter of branches, which is pretty typical you'll see outside of your home. You have the handguard to make sure you're safe, and all the extra cool features that make this super handy product perfect for you. If you want more information, feel free to hit up our bullet points right here or scroll down to the A+ page down below. You'll get way more information. Continuing on with your lawn care tips, because we are reaching summer and all your friends are going to want to come over to your pad and check out your nice bushes, check out your nice trees, check out your grass, your lawn, your flower beds, everything like that. Well, this is just going to help you take it up one step further. Again, you can use this pole trimmer and saw with the 20-volt battery, universal all the way around. Check out this chainsaw. It's a 9-inch total chainsaw blade. I will say that you are actually cutting with 7 inches, and the extra 3 inches are inside the unit right there, being held on, and that's where the chain gets lubed automatically by the oil you put in at your first startup. Here, I think we have just like that. Automatically gets oiled up, and you can tighten the chain onto the blade without any tools. All you have to do is twist the knob right at the side there. Make sure that the chainsaw is off before you do this. You don't want to accidentally slip, cut your hand on it. Make sure you're tightening up the blade before you start it up. And this pole is also extendable. I believe this could be a typo right here. Sorry about that. 8 inches of extension or retraction, up to you depending on what you want. That's the great thing about this pole saw. Another great thing is if you're reaching up high, you want to get down and trim those bushes on a straight line, just like that, but you can't because the chainsaw is fixed like that. Not here. You can adjust it 0 or 30 degrees. I'm not a mathematician or good in geometry, but that sounds like enough angle to get all the sides of the bush that you would like to trim. The hedge trimmer is again similar to this battery power trimmer. It's just has a different attachment so that you can put it on the pole saw. 17-inch long blade with again the 1/2 inch trimming diameter of branches. More information, if I didn't cover it well enough here, can be found on these bullet points or down below on the A+ page right there. All right. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I need to get serious with you for a second. We have been chosen by Amazon, the one and only, to have the privilege of being their deal of the day. What day? Monday the 11th, April 11th. That's next Monday. We're going to be their featured deal all day. And you cannot miss it because we will be on the homepage of Amazon all day. And we are talking hundreds of dollars off of this very scooter. This scooter and the battery to power it will be Amazon's deal of the day. And you're not going to want to miss it because I promise you prices are not going to be lower. That sounds like a sales pitch. And it is basically because you're going to be kicking yourself if you don't take advantage of this right now, because I guarantee the prices will never be lower. Add it to your cart right now so that Amazon will notify you as soon as the deal drops, and you'll be one of the first ones to take advantage of the deal. You will not want to miss out. We're also giving away the scooter. Everyone likes free things. That's exactly why we're doing this for you. On Instagram, at GreatCircleUs, go ahead and give us a follow, right? To enter, you have to show us that follow, tag someone in the comments of that post, and share it to your story and mention us so that we can count your entry as valid. While you're at it following us, you might as well follow us on Amazon Live, where we're going to be having more discounts, more giveaways in the future. Dare I say it, we have monthly giveaways. I don't know if I have the clearance for that yet, but I'm putting it out there into the universe to give it to you guys to see if we can make that happen, and I'm sure you guys would love that. Monthly giveaways sound good to me. Sure they sound good to you. So don't miss out. Next Monday, deal of the day, this scooter and this battery will be slashed prices. All right, we're getting down to the end here. And now that you've cut up, tortured your lawn, your poor grass, you want to make sure you nurture it. You give it that water. Give it everything it needs to survive and flourish. This helps you do that, and it helps keep your nasty spaghetti hose off your sidewalk and making your house look like a cluttered mess, because now it's all inside this beautiful emerald green case, and you get 50 feet of it. That covers pretty much your front lawn, and anything extra you want to do for that. It hooks right up to your faucet right outside, and it also can be mounted onto your wall, so it's up and off of the floor. You don't have to worry about tripping over the hose anymore, or about animals nibbling on it somehow and getting into your hose. That mountability can also move 180 degrees with you wherever you want to go in your yard. It'll move with you so the hose doesn't wear too quickly and become torn. If you don't feel like mounting it, we also have this carry handle up at the top so you can move it wherever you'd like, and you can also adjust how far out the hose comes out with the hose stopper. While you're using it, you can lock it at any length you want. So if you want to go 50 feet out into your yard and keep it there, you can. And when you're done, just give it a little tug and it goes right back into the reel at a safe speed that doesn't knock any of your windows out or hits your neighbor's cat in the face, safely back into the reel at once. And this is also a prime product. So go ahead and scoop it up at $130, our lowest price ever, so that you're ready when the summer heat flares up. You can keep that lawn looking nice and pretty and alive, right? Keep being the talk of the block. If you're not into the whole reel thing, that's fine. That's okay. You want to keep with the standard hose sitting on your porch, that's cool. We also offer 50 feet of this hose, and it's pretty much your standard hose, except it's better. Goes ahead and attaches onto your faucet right outside with the all brass swivel joints so that they don't bend or cause you any problems when you're trying to move around. Now they do bend, but in the best way. We're talking about flexibility. Even in the coldest of temperatures, it'll still be flexible enough for you to do what you want to do and be able to coil it back up into a neat pile. Feel free to use it out in the summertime too, because it's not going to crack or rot on you. Although I will recommend you keep it in a shady area, as you would with most things. The sun is a great destroyer, so you don't want to leave it out in the sun for too long. Make sure you keep it in a shady spot, and it will last you years. We're getting down to the wire here, guys, and I'm going to talk to you about this concrete vibrating tool. This is perfect if you're into construction or you're doing DIY home projects at home. If you're making post holes to put up that new fence for the springtime, this is basically going to get all of the air bubbles out of the concrete mix, out of the cement mix. So what does that do? It basically strengthens your pour when you go to put it in the area you want to have it solidify, I guess, and it just makes all the more a stronger bond. So you don't get any cracks in that concrete as time goes by. You get 13,000 vibrations per minute. Again, it's really good to bring out all those air bubbles, create a solid mix. And we know you're probably going to be using this out in the open in the elements. So we made sure that it doesn't overheat on you, right? How do we do that? In a couple different ways. First off, we made the entire shell, the motor power head, out of aluminum. Great heat dissipator. And we also vented the case right here so that the motor has a chance to breathe. The motor is made of pure copper, which is also, again, another great heat dissipator. So it doesn't overheat on you while you're working, and you have to wait for it to cool down and keep going. Super lightweight. And the great thing about this is that it's detachable. So if you want to clean the knob right here, the 5-foot vibration shaft knob, all you have to do is unthread it from the power aluminum head, go ahead and hose it off, put it back together, or store it, and and it doesn't take up that much space. Works great. Again, like I said, if you're a DIYer or you have your own construction business where you're laying down some concrete and you want to make sure it is the strongest bond available. Right on. If you want more information, you can also find it right here on the bullet points. And if you act now, there is a $20 coupon that you can get. So while this is at $130, you can get it for $110. Right now, it's prime. You can get it in a couple days. So make sure you look out for this coupon right here and apply it, add to cart, boom, or just buy it now. Why wait? Why build up the suspense? Just get it. Going back to your lawn here, what have we done? We trimmed your grass. We watered it. For some reason, it still doesn't look that good. Hear me out. Because we didn't do everything we could possibly do yet. What do I mean by that? Is the fact that you have a bunch of dead grass underneath that green grass that wants to flourish. How do you get it out? You get it out with the super handy 2-in-1 Dethatcher, right? Let me explain to you something real quick. It's just like your hair. You have a bunch of split ends, and it's making the entire look just fall a little short. Once you get rid of that those dead ends, that dead hair, those dead follicles, right? Your hair looks healthier. And that's exactly what we do with this Dethatcher to your grass in more ways than one. We offer 2 cylinders for the dethatching process. One is the aerator cylinder, one is the scarifier cylinder. The aerator pretty much just opens up the pores of your grass so that it can breathe more. The scarifier cylinder is basically the bouncer or the enforcer of this entire unit. It brings up all that dead grass, all the dead greenery, brings it to the surface, and it sucks it into the bag right at the back. So you don't have to do any extra raking. You don't have to pull out the garbage bag. You don't have to do any of that. It does it all for you. And once this fills up, just dump it into your trash can, hook it back on, and keep going, finishing your lawn. That simple. It's a 15-inch dethatching patch. So if you have a small yard, you can get it done relatively quickly. If you have a bigger yard, you can get it done more quickly than you could with something with a less dethatching patch. I mean, I don't know. It speaks for itself, right? And you can also adjust the tines into 5 positions there, right at the switch of a knob, depending on how deep your grass is or how deep you want to get in to dig up all the dead lawn. And this one has a coupon also, $25 coupon. This thing looks like it normally goes for $170. You can pick it up with that coupon for around $150. I'm not that good at math, but I know that's lower than $170, and that's a good thing. Make sure you pick one up for this summer season, and make sure you have everything you need to do to make your lawn look the best it can be. If you want more information, hit up these bullet points. I don't need to say it again because you already know the deal. As we're getting to the end here, and I think I'm gonna maybe just finish off with this walk behind leaf blower. This was great for the fall season for your leaves. It's also great during the winter season for your snow. If you don't want to shovel, you can just go ahead and blow the snow off your driveway. Also good for the summer because I know there's a lot of people rolling around with their cars. Sometimes there's litter bugs out there, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people don't care about the planet and they throw their trash. Doesn't look good, doesn't help anybody. But with this leaf blower, you can collect all that debris and blow it into one spot and to do your part, help save the environment, pick up that trash and put it in a bag. You don't have to chase up all the bags or all the what should I say, all the litter. You do it right here with this leaf blower, put it into one spot, and you can save $40 when you apply this coupon right before checkout. Okay, so make sure you get that off. You'll be around the $420 mark. That'll be good for you. Also, check out these 360 images features we have here. Gives you a little bit more in-depth feel to when you're shopping. Check out that wheel in the front. Looks a little odd, right? I know. One thing, it's not as big as the others, but that's okay because it has a purpose. It's a 360-degree swivel wheel, so you can maneuver around your yard easily in tight areas. You can probably do a 360-degree spin without, I don't know, disturbing anything around you, honestly. So that's a very handy feature, super handy, I may add. A wind force of 150 to 200 miles an hour, blow the entire neighborhood away because you can. And you can thank AlphaWorks for that because they provided us with this 4-stroke overhead valve engine. You get 420 RPMs, and that gives you the 150 to 200 mile/hour wind speeds you need to move the snow, debris, or leaves. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I do not want to leave without letting you guys know that this scooter is going to be Amazon's deal of the day next Monday, April 11th, all day. Add it to your cart right now so that when the deal goes live, you know you're the first one. You can scoop it up before they're gone. These scooters are going gone at the normal price they are right now, which is $830. So I can't imagine that when hundreds are slashed off this total price, that they're going to last very long. Okay, you're going to be kicking yourself if you don't take advantage of this, and if you don't take advantage of our 48-volt batteries, because this can not only be used in the scooter, but it can be used in a host of our other products. So this investment goes a long way. I would take advantage of that for sure. If for some reason you guys did not heed my advice, take advantage of the deal, that's okay, because we are giving one of these scooters away next Monday, the same day as the deal of the day, on our Instagram. Go to our Instagram at GreatCircleUs. It's up here at the top. Do 3 things for me. Follow us, tag someone in the comments, and share that post to your story and mention us so that your entry is valid. We'll go ahead and announce the winner of that giveaway on that same day at 4 p.m. PST. So be there. Also check out our stream that day. When we go live, we're going to be doing something really special that we have not done before for you guys. I think you'll want to check it out and just hang out with us. With that being said, that's pretty much it for me. I think I've beat all these deals and discounts into your guys' head enough. I'll let you guys rest. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm so glad that you chose to spend this hour or so with me, and catch us back later where we're going to be talking about these same deals and maybe a little bit more. Okay, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.